though determined to outshine in colourful splendour anything yet seen on the royal tour of Ghana, the chiefs of the Ashanti region converged upon Kumasi, the capital. They came to present a Durbar held in Her Majesty's honour at the sports stadium. Their festive attire, locally woven of silk, velvet, brocade and damask, richly appliqued and embroidered, is an inheritance of Ghana from its Gold Coast times. And such was the picture as, with a contrasting modern escort, the Queen drove to the stadium. President Nkrumah rode with the royal guest. This was the beginning of a day which no one present is likely to forget. Forming a great semicircle, the chiefs were already in their places. Each could himself be likened to a royal personage, a constitutional leader of his tribe, shorn indeed of power, but venerated no less, and proud in the tradition of authority. In the Ashanti province, the wind of change has not diminished their glory in the past. President Nkrumah escorted the Queen across the stadium to present the chiefs to her. He personifies his country's march into the second half of the 20th century. They, an era now passing in a golden sunset. But all Ghana, old and new, has united in its enthusiasm during the royal tour. If it had been planned that the presentation should be a formal matter, that was soon changed. In a few seconds, the Queen and Duke were surrounded by chiefs and their attendants. What sort of picture of Britain and the monarchy the minds of these men hold, only they can tell. But with natural chivalry, they welcomed the White Queen, who reigns more than 3,000 miles from Ghana. Altogether, about 50 chiefs were at the stadium, and at least 100,000 followers, of whom very few can ever have seen so striking an array. It would almost seem as if the chiefs vied with each other in the splendor of their dress, which is always bejeweled with gold, silver, and beads of precious stones. From the royal dais, the Queen saw the parade of the chiefs. Nominal allegiance is owed to them by nearly 1 million people who produce a large part of Ghana's gold, cocoa and timber. However, it's safe to say that nobody's thoughts turned on the nation's economy here at the stadium. This was a holiday, a royal holiday, with everyone from chiefs downwards entering into the spirit of it. The chief of chiefs, the Ashanti, was carried on a litter. He is an old man in poor health, but nothing would dissuade him from being present. There was another Durbar at Cape Coast, the capital of the central region. Here, Europeans first made permanent contact with this part of Africa. They were Portuguese in search of gold and ivory. Today, 20,000 Fanti people welcomed the Queen. Evidence of early British authority, a statue of Queen Victoria. The president of the central region of the House of Chiefs, Nana Akying, introduced all of them by turn before the presentation of the solid gold miniature palanquin. That was the principal gift the chiefs made to the sovereign. For the Duke of Edinburgh, there was a gold linguist stick, a beautifully wrought example of craftsmanship of a high order. And then came, for Prince Charles, a miniature gold sword. For Princess Anne, a gold bracelet. Nor was baby Prince Andrew forgotten. For him, there was a solid gold fountain pen. kind, and no less to the Queen's liking, was provided by the races at the Accra Turf Club. It was described as the Ghana version of Ladies' Day at Ascot, but the weather was reliable, and there was a lot more colour. Presidential Guard was in keeping with the ceremonial arrival of Her Majesty and President Nkrumah. Members of the Horse Racing Board of Control were presented to the Queen when she left her car on the way to the presidential box. Those who planned the tour could not have thought of a better relaxation for the royal visitors than an afternoon at the races. Racing, with its lure of that elusive something for nothing, makes a strong appeal all the world over. The names of the events on the program had both a strange and familiar look. The Volta River Handicap and the Ashanti Purse on the Ghana side, the Windsor Handicap on the British. Before the day's main event, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II Cup, the Queen went to the paddock to cast a knowledgeable eye over the runners. In many ways, it must all have seemed very much like home. The race was restricted to horses bred in West Africa. There were 26 runners, the distance 10 furlongs. Her Majesty provided the cup. It was a good start, which is half the battle in a race of this distance. At this early stage, prophesying would have been rash. And it wasn't until they came towards the grandstand that the race began to sort itself out. And in the lead was Mr. Heward Mills, hard and soft. Probably pacemaking for the same owners, hooray. We shall see. Yes, that's what it looks like. And as they dash towards the finish, it's hooray in front. Sure enough, hooray's the winner. There's one lucky punter. The Queen presented her cup to Mr. Heward Mills. A most enjoyable afternoon on this tour of Ghana.